It's time now for the Peter Channel New News Report for this Monday afternoon, March 30th, 2015. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here. I have 12 new news headlines here. Our top story at noontime here is two people tried to ram the main gate to enter the headquarters of the National Security Agency at Fort Meade, Maryland on Monday, according to the federal law enforcement official briefed at the investigation. In Berlin, the German Wings cobalt was believed to have crashed an airliner into a French mountain site that had been undergoing psychotherapy because of suicidal thoughts or over an extended period of time before he obtained his pilot license. After Indiana Governor Mike Pence passed the state's Religious Freedom Restoration Act last week, it was been condemned by tech, business, and political leaders on the grounds that it was anti-gay and determined to have the best and brightest for the jobs. In December, Trevor Noah, a 31-year-old comedian, made his debut as an honored contributor to The Daily Show with Jon Stewart, offering his outsider's perspective as a biracial South African on the United States, as Trevor Noah to succeed Jon Stewart on The Daily Show. In Los Angeles, Switzerland, Iran and major powers were struggling on Monday to reach a preliminary nuclear accord, and gloom set in, with both sides sticking to the positions a day before the self-imposed deadline. David Cameron, outside number 10, has said that Britain will be back on speed again, and Labour accused of overstepping the line by business over it. And Edmund says 2017 EU vote will mean 2 years of uncertainty, and Labour SNP deal will destabilize UK ex-civil. Raphael Celestino said on Monday that he would understand that the family of the Meredith Kircher feel bitterly disappointed over his acquittal for her murder, but he says that he had nothing to do with it. At least 8 people died and 10 others were injured early Monday when a church van from Fort Pierce ran for a stop sign and crossed all lanes of the U.S. It's almost been a decade since he's visited his father's homeland, but President Obama said he'll beat the deadline and he's set for himself as president. The spokesman for the Missouri auditor was found dead Sunday from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound just a month after the suicide of his former boss, GOP gubernatorial frontrunner Tom Strike. Jurors in the trial of the Boston Marathon Joe Zarnoff had been shown the blood-stained shredded corpse of an 8-year-old boy, Martin Richard, who was killed in the second blast. The court Monday declined to hear a First Amendment case laid in standard ruling that a school can censor students' speech right to their expression can incite other students. The nation's largest health insurer, United Health, will muscle up for its fight against rising prescription drug costs by spending more than $12 billion to buy pharmacy benefits manager Catamaran Corporation. In Washington, contracts to purchase previously owned U.S. homes rose to the highest level in 1.5 years in February, a sign of lackluster recovery in the U.S. Lynn Tilton didn't even stress Tilton accused of defrauding investors. GNC, the leading retail dietary supplements, agreed Monday to beef up its test and quality control standards for herbal supplements. Consumer spending barely increased in February as bad weather kept many shoppers in their homes, and particularly out of auto showrooms, despite another solid increase in incomes. Taylor Swift's reaction to winning the Best Lyrics Award for Blank Space has become a meme on Twitter. Analysts of Lebanon and gold were warned by 2 Celsius has been carried out, and now it's being said that it is not enough. As early when it was proposed, the environment experts has heavily praised the idea. A newly discovered Cambrian predator with a wicked set of arms under its 4 eye face reveals that early arthropods were experimentists when it came to using their limbs. Sorry, apple lovers and doctorators, and Apple A does not keep the doctor away, at least according to a new study, as the study published Monday in the April Fool's edition of the Journal JAMA Internal Medicine was done for fun. Time to toss out the teaspoon and tablespoon when it comes to sick kids, as the best way to measure liquid medication for children is in metric millimeters, a leading group said. Okay, take a look at stock market report here at 12:04. Dow Jones 17,981.52, up 268.86. S&P 500 2083.04, up 22.02. Nasdaq 4932.43, up 41 point. Now it's up 40.53 on Nasdaq. European markets next 12,086.01, up 217.68. FTSE 6891.43, up 36.41. CAC 40 5,083.52, up 49.46. Asian markets. Nikkei 19,411.40 up 125.77. Shanghai 3787.69 up 96.60. HSI 24,855.12 up 368.92. Oil markets. 48.31 down 56 cents. Brent 55.54 down 87 cents. And natural gas 2.664 up 25,000 a point. Gold markets 1184.40 down 15.40. Silver 16.67 down 399,000 a point. Now down 4,000 a point. And copper 2.773 up 55,000 a point. In the bonds, US 10-year yield 1.9632% up 15,000 a point. German 10-year yield 0.209% down 5,000 a point. And Germany's 10-year yield 0.375% unchanged. And the FX bond, European US dollar 1.0819 up down 68,000 a point. US dollar Germany's yen 120.07 up 97 cents. And Great Britain pound US dollar 1.4795 down 8,000 a point. Okay, let us take a look at the commodities here. First of all, on the agriculture front, wheat 527 up 19 and a quarter. Soybean 973 and a half up 6 and a quarter. Corn 393 and a quarter up 2 and a quarter. Sugar $12.10 down 3 cents. Coffee 133.65 down $4.55. Cotton 63 and 3 quarters up 20 cents. Rough grass 11.07 up 8 cents. And cocoa $2.696 down 48 points. Live cattle 161.85 down 775,000 a point. Lean hog 60.40 down 725,000 a point. FD cattle 216.50 down 1.625 thousand a point. Okay, let's take a look at our New England influence here at 12:06 here. And in Providence, Rhode Island at 103 Wesleyan Avenue in Person Shot, the scene is secured. Okay, a look at the sports here. Shannon Jenkins, the 8th fiance of former New England Patriots player Aaron Hernandez, returned to the witness stand Monday in his murder trial, picking up where she left off last week, talking about a buck she got rid of the day after Hernandez alleged murder. Marcus Mariota jumps to number 2 overall in the top. Tonight, the Boston Celtics will be down in Charlotte, North Carolina, taking on the Charlotte Hornets in another important game that the Celtics want to keep their playoff hopes alive here. Peter Channel News Times 12:07 here. Time out for a traffic report here. Smooth sailing our ways byways of New England there. And Route 20 on the northbound side, a little slow around the Bourne Rotary before the Bourne Rotary. Train southbound slow before the Bourne Rotary. And Sandwich Road, a little slow around the Bourne Rotary. So expect some delays around the area of the Bourne Rotary. But otherwise, a smooth sailing commute here. And expect few delays around the JFK Library area because of the dedication of the Edward M. Kennedy Institute. So if you're in that area, try to avoid that area. Okay. And a look at the MBTA's. Red line experiencing minor delays due to the presidential motorcade. Silver line SL4 experiencing minor delays due to traffic on the commuter rail. Framingham Worcester train 513 10:15 a.m. from South Station delayed today approximately 5 to 10 minutes in Boston due to the presidential motorcade. Fairmont line train 7:56 11 a.m. from Readyville delayed today 10 and 15 minutes due to the presidential motorcade ahead. Peter Channel News Time 12:08 and it's time now for weather report here, and it shows signs that winter is not done with us yet, because around 9 o'clock in the morning I saw a couple of little snow flurries here in Norton here, and now our current conditions here in North Massachusetts at 12:09 p.m. 41 degrees at temperature overcast, guys. Humidity of 62%. Wind speed up about 13 gusts to 23 miles per barometer. 20.84 inches, dew point about 29 degrees. Visibility 10 miles, and a wind chill about 34 degrees. Okay, let's take a look at our current conditions right in the region here on this Monday afternoon here. It is 37 degrees out in Boston, 36 in Bedford, 35 in Pittsburgh and Beverly, 33 in Lawrence, 32 in Gloucester, 32 in Worcester and in Sturbridge, 34 in Webster, 36 in Milford, 30 in Norwood, 40 in Taunton, 39 in Bedford, 37 in Plymouth and in Provincetown, 39 in Chatham and Falmouth, 3 in Cape Cod Bay, 39 in Martha's Vineyard, 40 in Nantucket, 39 in Block on 39 Wesley, 37 in Smithfield. It's 49 in New York City, 38 in Islip, 41 in Montauk, 38 in Bridgeport and New Haven. It's 36 in Denver and Middletown, 34 in Waterbury. It's 35 in Hartford, Connecticut. It's 37 in Winslow. It's 36 in Springfield, Massachusetts, 34 in Greenfield, Mass. 33 in Athol, Massachusetts, 33 in Pittsfield, Mass. 36 in North Adams, Massachusetts, 36 in Albany, New York. It's 36 in Sturdivant Springs. It's 36 in Bennington, 30 in Rattleboro, Vermont. It's 36 in Rutland, Vermont, 34 in Lebanon, Laconia, and New Hampshire, 35 in Concord, Hampshire, 34 in Manchester, National Hampshire, and up in Port, Maine, and 35 in Portsmouth, Hampshire. Here. Okay, let us take a look at our service map around the country. It shows station front from central Arizona, straight to the down in the greater southwest, and down for Texas and down for Mississippi, merging with a cold front from eastern Mississippi, stretching in north central Alabama, and up the Appalachians and up in the western Pennsylvania, and down for western New York, merging with a pink front from western New York and up in the western Quebec. Here, cold front around Saskatchewan, merging with a warm front from Saskatchewan, stretching it down for southwestern Ontario, merging with a cold front through Ontario and up in the northern Quebec. Here, and one front of from southwestern British Columbia down for central Washington and northeastern Oregon, and another front from central eastern Oregon down for the California, and another front from southern Nevada down for western Arizona down for the Gulf of California, and front with a low pressure from eastern Wyoming and down for western Dakota down for southwestern Manitoba with a low pressure right there. Front from northeastern New Mexico, stretching it down for western Kansas, down for western Nebraska with a low pressure in the northwestern Kansas here. And we got low pressure in central Saskatchewan, while you have some high pressure in northeastern Idaho and southwestern Colorado and northern Arkansas and off the Florida coastline here. And low pressure in west central Texas and southeastern California. 40 degrees at temperature right now in Detroit. It's 44 in Pittsburgh, 50 in Washington, D.C., 55 in Atlanta, 72 in Miami, Florida, and Brownsville, Texas, 65 in Dallas, Texas, 44 in Kansas City, Missouri, 43 in Chicago, 53 in Omaha, Nebraska, 39 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 46 in Great Falls, Montana, 52 in Seattle, 53 in San Francisco, 58 in Los Angeles, it's 45 in Salt Lake City, 66 in Las Vegas, 74 in Phoenix, 48 in Denver, and 51 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Here, okay, a look at the radar situation here, and it shows some spotty rain, sleet, and snow showers around central Massachusetts and stretching in and down from northern and west central Rhode Island up to northeastern Rhode Island there, and stretching in. It's raining north of Greater Boston around the 495 quarter from Franklin all the way up in the Newburyport and around the northern suburbs of Greater Boston and out to Cape Ann here. And I expect the rain to be here in a few minutes from now, here as it is raining along eastern Connecticut and down from northeastern tip of Long Island there, and it's raining around Riverhead. Some spotty rain showers west of New Hampton and northwest of New Haven, Connecticut here. And zooming you out a little bit and seeing some snow showers. And we're seeing some snow showers stretching up into New Hampshire and down for western Maine. And some spotty rain showers around the sea coast of New Hampshire and down south coast Maine around Kennebec. And some snow showers from Kennebec stretching up into Portland and up through Portland, Brunswick, Augusta, and up into Waterville. And stretching up into north central Maine and seeing some rain showers around down east Maine and around eastern Maine around Bangor and down mid coast Maine and stretching off the Massachusetts coastline here. And rain, sleet, and snow showers around between Utica and Albany and near Schenectady and west of Sturdivant Springs, and some snow showers around the western Adirondacks in New York State, and some rain, sleet, and snow showers up in the northeastern portions of New York State, some rain showers in upstate New York, and raining down for the northeastern Ontario around Ottawa, and raining around southern and eastern suburbs of the Montreal area, and some snow and sleet near Montreal here. And some snow showers in eastern and western portions of Quebec and up in the northeastern portions of Ontario, and some snow and sleet and rain showers in the north central portions of Ontario, and some rain showers in the northeastern portions of Michigan here. And the rain line stretching from Maine all the way down for south central Georgia and down for southeastern portions of Alabama, down for western Florida Panhandle here. And some spotty rain showers in west central portions of Pennsylvania here. And a line of rain showers from western Wisconsin, stretching in central and northwestern portions of Minnesota down for northeastern portions of North Dakota. And some spotty rain showers in west central portions of Manitoba. some spotty rain showers in the southwestern portions of British Columbia and some snow and sleet. And rain showers in the central portions of British Columbia and some rain, sleet, and snow showers in the east central portions of British Columbia. And a line of rain showers in stuff of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada here. And some snow, rain showers in the east central portions of New Mexico here. Alright. Take a look at the satellite loop shows line of clouds from the Canadian Maritimes down to the Atlantic seaboard and down for central Georgia, down for southeastern portions of Alabama. So spotty clouds from northern New England and around the eastern Great Lakes and cover much of Quebec, down to Ontario, and then the northeastern portions of Michigan. And line of clouds from western Wisconsin and northern Iowa, covering much of Minnesota and eastern portions of the Dakotas, and down for South Dakota and northern Nebraska, and down for north central Wyoming, and a line of clouds for central portions of Montana, and a line of clouds from western Texas and covering central and southeastern portions of Colorado, down for eastern and southern New Mexico, down for southeastern Arizona, down for northern portions of Mexico here. And a line of clouds from north central portions of California, down for northwestern portions of Nevada, up in the western Oregon, and down to western Washington State, and down to British Columbia, down for western portions of Alberta here. Okay, let us take a look at our forecast discussion around the region. Here, and it shows around the country temperatures to be 10 to 20 degrees above average over parts of the northern and central plains, and snow for the parts of lower Great Lakes and the northern New England area as a front extended from the lower Great Lakes to the central and southern Appalachians, then southwestward to the Seminole Plains will move eastward off the east coast by early Tuesday morning, and the system will produce light snow over parts of the lower Great Lakes and the northern New England for late Monday night, and rain will develop over parts of the southeast and the Midland coast that will move eastward off the coast by Monday evening. As showers and thunderstorms will develop over parts of the central Gulf Coast that will expand into parts of the southeast by Monday evening before ending later Monday night. A second front over Ontario will move southeastward to the northeast coast of the Ohio Valley to the northern plains by Tuesday evening as a boundary laid and producing rain over parts of the northern plains and upper Mississippi Valley on Monday, as rain and snow will develop over parts of the Great Lakes on Tuesday morning, with rain moving into parts of the northern Midland coast by Tuesday evening as a third front will move on over the parts of the northwest overnight. Monday, moving inland to the northern High Plains, Great Basin by Tuesday evening as a photo onshore flow will aid in Buddhist light to moderate rain over parts of the Pacific Northwest on Tuesday, as snow levels will lower after the front passes, aiding in the development of light snow over parts of the Northern Rockies by Tuesday evening, as rain also will develop over parts of the Northern High Plains on Tuesday evening, and too, as elsewhere upper level energy will aid in producing some showers and thunderstorms over parts of the southern plains and in the parts of the central Gulf Coast on Tuesday evening here. As we take a look at the forecast discussion around the region here, and it shows a cold front sweeps across New England today, bringing a few rain and snow showers. A fast-moving area of low pressure passes south of New England Tuesday night, potentially bringing more light rain or snow showers. A more significant storm may approach late this week, as one model says it'll miss us. Another model says it'll bring rain to southern New England, while some snow up in northern New England late this week. But we will keep you posted here, as we may contend with a few precipitation in this Easter weekend here, as we forcing within this low to the mid-levels available moisture on up to around H7 is lending into a band of light to moderate snow across southern New England, as reduction of visibility down to 2 miles or more or less. Otherwise, the roads remain wet as snow dragging on colder air and gusty winds to the surface and gusts up to 25 miles, but we'll see snow push-offs over the next hour or two, allowing for a lull in the weather as southwest flow to push temperatures back around the mid-40s, roughly 5 to 10 degrees below normal for this time of the year with respect to highs, as after forecasts become along the cold front presently situated across the eastern Great Lakes and its sweeps. Southeast could see some shower activity developing in this frontal general forcing of available moisture as main force and offshore of western Atlantic moisture with a streaming H3 jet axis and intended left exit region parts and H7 moisture shifting east with aforementioned features that are sixed in with the present snowman over the eastern New England area, and yet main mid-level energy associated with a throw axis aloft should yield an ascent along the Caribbean cold front enough altogether to reward at least chance pops near-term mesoscale guidance mixed with outcomes, likely due to the diagnosis of available moisture, which in some cases is very dry, yet upstream activity is present. Confidence is highest among the western slopes of the higher terrain with orographic tendencies and across far southeastern New England, where mid-level forcing is more apparent. Southwest will continue now along with it ahead of the front 20-25 miles per back and out to the west-northwest gets at about 20-30 miles per behind. Okay, today's highs. Wing expect today's highs. Mainly in the 40s throughout much of Massachusetts and Rhode Island and up to Northern New England and up to Eastern New York, while we see temperatures in the 50s around the Springfield, Hartford area, in the low 50s and around 54 in New York City, around New York City vicinity here. Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For this first of all, we're going to take a look at the little futurecast radar because okay, let's time the storms here, and time the rain here, and 2 o'clock, the rain showers will get here to eastern New York and western Berkshires and Massachusetts from Pittsburgh and nothing has been up to Vermont and western New Hampshire by about 2 o'clock, and then 4 o'clock, line the rain showers from Maine and down for southeastern New Hampshire, down for central Mass, and down for eastern and southern Connecticut by about 4 o'clock, and it'll get you through the eastern Massachusetts by between the hours of 4 and 6 o'clock, and see some spotty rain showers or snow flurries around the Berkshires of Massachusetts, and some rain showers around the Springfield, Hartford area around 8 o'clock, and then we can see a few rain showers, rain sprinkles or snow flurries. Some may get it, some may not tonight. As expect to be a little wet on your evening commute here for this afternoon and evening here. As this afternoon, a chance of showers, mainly after 3 p.m. Cloud skies will have about 47 degrees. Southwest Mohawk, 7 to 9 miles per hour, 28 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 50%, and new precipitation amounts less than 7 inch possible. For tonight, slight chance of showers up before 10 p.m. Park cloud skies low about 30 degrees. West Mohawk, 6 to 8 miles per hour, 25 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation 20%. For Tuesday, south skies have about 46 degrees. West Mohawk, 8 miles per hour, 20 miles per hour. For Tuesday, a chance of rain before 10 p.m. Then a chance of snow. Most skies low about 27 degrees. A lot of available wind will come in north around 5 to 9 miles per hour after midnight. Chance of precipitation is 4%. New snow coverage less than half an inch possible. For Wednesday, south skies have about 45 degrees. Wet northwind about 11 miles per hour. Wednesday night, most of the skies low about 28 degrees. For Thursday, part sun skies about 53 degrees. Friday, chance of showers. Most skies low about 45 degrees. Chance of precipitation 40%. Friday, chance of showers. Most of the skies about 62, low about 41 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 45%. Saturday, chance of showers. Some percentage part clouds got about 49, low about 31 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 40%. And for Sunday, most skies got about 47 degrees. Pairs, weather phrase of the afternoon, a showery afternoon time. People say have a good afternoon with good positive attitude. I'll see you for our 5 o'clock report. Have a good afternoon here.